Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's tutorial I have a very fun like boho festival look for you guys today. So I've just kind of incorporated halo turquoise cut crease with some faux freckles and then some fun like sort of tribal art on my face, and I think that this look is very wearable. If you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look, then stay tuned for the rest of the video. Okay, so to start our look today, I'm going to use, the First Base Makeup Primer Spray. It is oil free, so what this setting spray is going to do is going to create a smooth, lightweight canvas for a flawless application. It's silicone free, so it doesn't give you that slip, so this is really good for oily skin types. I find personally it's going to reduce the appearance of your pores and help minimize redness on your skin. So I'm just going to give a good spritz all over my face so you can see it's nice and saturated, and we're just going to kind of fan that dry. And then because we're using like some darker colors, I'm going to put on my eyeshadow first and then do my foundation. But to prime my eyelids, I'm going to start off with my Limelight foundation in the shade Shinto 1. So I'm taking my blender full, give it a couple twists, and then just put this all over your eyelid. Then I'm going to go in with my Sigma E40 brush and shade number 26. And this is just gonna be like a very light transition color. One of my favorite shades, and this is shade 32. I'm going to take shade number 2, which is sort of a like shimmery peach, still with my Sigma blending brush, and I'm just going to buff those two colors together. And that just adds like a tiny bit of warmth, a tiny bit of shimmer. You could leave this step out if you wanted to, but I just think it just makes it look really pretty, and the two colors blend pretty seamless together. And then we're gonna switch out our brushes and go in with our number 10 brush from Limelight. And we're gonna go in with a darker color, darker brown, and this is shade 27. And I'm just going to take that a little bit tighter in how these are kind of blown out. I'm going to keep this sort of tight on our crease. So you want to make sure that when your eyes are open, you can still see that dark color, but it's not as blown out as those lighter transition browns that we put on. And then I'm going to go back in with a clean E40 and just sort of melt those two, that dark shade in with the lighter shades. Okay, and then to do a cut crease, what I'm going to do is take my go-to number 1 concealer from Limelight, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of the Must Do, so not very much, but I just want to make it a liquid concealer. So I'm going to take the back of my concealer brush and scrape out a tiny amount, put it on the back of my hand, and then take the smallest little pump and mix those together. And you can do this with the foundation as well and make like sort of, depending on how much of the Must Do you put in, you can make sort of a BB cream foundation or just like a liquid foundation. Disregard the writing on my hand. But now I have a liquid concealer that I can use to start cutting a crease. I'm just gonna put it on in the center of my eye and then look up, and that's sort of where you want your crease to start. So just use that as a guide. There, so you can see it. So this tip and technique is really good for anyone with hooded eyes, but it works good on everyone. So I'm going to do that on the other eye. Okay, so once you have those cut creases marked out, then I'm just going to go down and bring it down onto the rest of my eyelid. And so this is just giving us a blank canvas to work on for when we go in with the turquoise color. I'm going to start with brush number 7, which is just a really wide eyeshadow brush. And we're going to go in with shade number 12, which is really bright and summery and fun. So we're gonna pick some of that up and just pack it on that area that we put concealer on. You just keep getting away, selfish, so I decided not to get in your way. It's time to do it my way, and that means getting away from you. Okay, then once we have that in place, I'm just going to take the number 15 brush and back in with that darkest shade 27, and we're just going to put a line defining this cut crease here a little bit more. And we're going to go back in with the number 10 brush and just start blending that cut crease and outer V together. And same thing for the inner corner. Okay, and then lastly, we're just going to sort of blend out that dark color again with a little bit of shade 2 again. This was that shimmery peach color. Okay, and now that this is looking completely insane, I'm going to this is what we want though, bear with me. Now I'm just going to go off camera and toss on my eyebrows. Okay, so I just realized that my camera shut off. So what you guys missed is I just went under and highlighted my under eye with the number 1 and number 2 concealers mixed. I mixed these two and applied with my blender full, and what I did was just kind of put some on with my finger and then just highlight that, and then to really clean up this outer edge, I just took the concealer with the very tip and then press it with your finger, and then I just went and wiped up, and that gives you a nice clean line there. And then what I did was smoked out the lower lash line with that medium transition color number 32 on the outer corner, and then took that same number 12 shade and put that on the inner corner with brush number 11, and just sort of like that, so you can see that nice turquoise shade, and then primed with concealer number 1 our inner corner, our inner tear duct, and I mixed, I can't believe that my camera shut off, shade number 2 and number 1 together to create this inner tear duct highlight. So this is kind of a champagne, and this is that one that we blended out here to give it a little bit of a shimmer. So I'm blending those two together with the number 11 brush and just stamping that on where we put that concealer, and then just sort of fading it into that dark brown, just like that. And you can kind of take and just like marry it into that turquoise color down here, and then sort of buff those lines together. Okay, I feel like I just want to shape up the crease around the cut crease. I'm going to take my finger and pick up a little bit of the strobe color in the Tarte Pro Glow palette. So right here, this is strobe. I'm just going to tap that on the very center. Blend that into the turquoise. Yes. That adds some nice dimension to that turquoise color, I feel. And let's just go and take and put some under our brow bone. And I'm gonna put on some mascara and some eyelashes, and then I'll be back to show you the finished eye, and then we'll get into like the more fun part of the face. Okay, so lashes are on, and these are House of Lashes style Smoky Muse, which might be my favorite brand of lashes right now. This is looking really pretty so far, and I'm so excited to start the face and start like festivaling this look out. So this would be a really nice just regular go out look, but we're gonna make it a little extra by adding little festival touches to it. When my camera shut off, I applied my concealer like I said, and the under eye. I also applied my foundation. If you guys have not seen my foundation video, I will post it right here, and then you guys can check that out after this video is done by just clicking right there. Oh, what I'm going to do is just take a little tiny bit of the Lime Life setting powder on my #1 brush and just dust that so we have a base to start applying all of our contours and powders and glitters that we're going to apply. So we are going to go and glam this up with the Tarte's Pro Glow palette. You guys know how much I love this, and that is what we use for the inner corner. So we're gonna start off with the colors over here just to like bronze and contour. This is Shade Lit and Shade Fire, so I'm going to take Shade Fire and put that just as like a bronzy contour, and it looks so pretty. Okay, now what we want to do is take that same shade Fire and apply it to our temple area here, sort of in our hairline. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and then just apply a little bit here, sort of on the jaw. And you can blend that down your neck. It's good to get a little bronze on your neck because usually our necks are like shielded from the sun, so they're usually whiter than the rest of our body. So just shimmer that up a little bit. And then we're going to go in with that little bit of lighter shade here called Lit. And we're going to apply that above this area here. So sort of transitioning up into our higher cheekbone. And then I'm just sort of blending it just a little bit with what I have sort of left over on the brush. You can't even see it. And just sort of in the area where you would get sort of a sun-kissed glow right here. Okay, and then I'm going to take and do the same thing to our shoulders. And then go in with that Lit. And you can see how that just kind of ties it all together. I don't know if the light will hit it so you can see it just like livens up our skin and makes it look so nice and glowy. And then for the grand finale of the highlighting bronzing situation we have going on here, I'm going to go in with the brush number 18, which you can see beside brush number 1. It's just a little bit more compact because we're going to go in with this same insane awesome strobe color so that we just get the most pop on the highlighted areas of our face. But before we put that on, I'm going to go in with our Time Setter setting spray and drench this makeup look. Like, make sure your face is fully saturated, and then we're gonna go in and apply it while it's still damp. So first of all, a setting spray is just going to like marry all the colors of your makeup together, and it's almost like hairspray but for your makeup. I'm gonna make sure that nothing moves around and everything just blends together and looks seamless. And then, like I said, while it's damp, we'll go in with brush number 18 and just put this right on the very tops of our cheekbones. Very glowy, fresh, springy, like a pretty little disco ball. I'm going to take and stamp on some dots and do some lines and stuff like that. And I'm gonna stamp my brush in the back of the concealer. And I'm just gonna apply this right, just a little twist, right at the highest point of my brow. And same on the other side. Some of this concealer number 1 up again and just put a little line. So I'm gonna change, just changing my mind here. I'm gonna go in with brush number 12 instead because I want it to be a little bit of a thicker line. I feel like that looks a little bit too thin. So then pick up same concealer. Just having it sort of like trail off there. I feel like freckles. I'm obsessed with the freckles. So for our little freckles, I'm gonna go in with number 7 and brush number 15. Oh yes, I'm digging this, digging it. Then we just have to lightly powder those so that they don't slip around. So I'm gonna go back in with the Lime Life translucent powder and just lightly tap the powder over top of those concealer dots. You can live a lie and never be true. It's so funny. And then we just need like a really nude lip. I think what I'm going to do, because I want it to last, I'm going to take light nude lip liner and then put a little bit of Peace gloss over top of it. More. What do I want? I'm going to just add a little bit of foundation to that. Yes! So there we have our sort of faux freckles, boho festival look with my little, I feel like these earrings are very festival, and then this is just like a very flowy dress, and I just wear everything like fringy and shimmer, highlight, just all of the fun things. I am so obsessed with this look. I love it so much. And then for the hair, do you know what I would maybe do? Let's toss in a little peekaboo braid. So I'm just gonna take a little strand of hair here and just do some little boho braids. Okay, so I think that that looks really like festival-y and boho with the little peekaboo braids. I did 2 on this side, 1 on this side, just because I'm not a really like symmetrical person. And then I would just fluff this and spray it with some hairspray. Make sure that you guys end this whole look, oh my gosh, with your setting spray, so that this lasts the whole duration of whatever sort of festival you are going to. Like I said before, if you guys want to see my whole foundation routine, I have a couple ways that I like to apply my foundation. Go back, rewatch the video, and click that card up in the corner. If you guys want to see some more eyeshadow looks, I will post them right here. You guys can click right there. And if you guys want to see my messy hair tutorial, I will post it right there. And if you guys want to see more tutorials in the future, make sure you click right there and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!